this when he said that.
All right, well, good morning.
We're convinced that Carolina paid for Bezos to go to space.
Please rise for the invocation and pledge. All right, let's pray. Dear Lord, in the name of this day, thank you for giving us. Thank you for this club, the opportunity to serve this great community. I just pray that you'll watch over us all we do. Thank you for our first responders that keep us safe here. Thank you for Box 4 and the people that serve Box 4 and what they do to ease the stress sometimes of our first responders. Thank you for this day you've given us. Thank you for the blessings you bestowed upon us. Please bless the fruit and the nourishment of our bodies. Here we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Join me in the pledge. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, well, good to see everyone this morning. First off, any guests this morning? All right. Andrew, good to see you, one of our newer members. Thanks for coming out. Let's see, so a couple quick announcements as far as dates are concerned. Upcoming programs, just to make note of, August 13th will be Police and Fire Quarter, always a great one. Then also circle August 27th. Dr. Stone will be here to kind of give this state of RSD that she does typically every year going into the school year. So that'll be a great one, especially with everything going on right now. Last one, October 2nd. We're going to keep talking about this one until October 2nd. That is Oktoberfest. So please make note of that. As we ramp up for that, keep in mind, as far as setup goes, we'll be out there Thursday and Friday getting ready. So not only marking a few hours on that Saturday to volunteer, if you're able to help out that Thursday and Friday, that'd be great as well. So Friday morning, the first for our meeting, will be our traditional kind of layout of events for Oktoberfest. Also keep your eyes on the newsletter. One of the things we did discuss was the Sign Up Genius will come out quite a bit earlier this year. So in years past, it's kind of gotten out 2 or 3 weeks before the event. We're going to attempt to get it out a little sooner, just so that you'll have it on the calendar and block it off sooner. So we always joke that this club is a show up, not a sign up club. So we're going to do our best to change that around this year. So October 2nd. Also sponsorships. We've talked about it before. We've got leads, whatnot. Reach out to Jason Edgerton. In the newsletter is also the sponsorship packet. So I'll be looking for that. Any other announcements from the floor this morning? Yes, sir.
August 4th.
Yes, thank you. August 4th, Wednesday. August 4th is our football bellboy kickoff event. So those are maybe are new. Backcountry barbecue on Greenville. We will do our meeting there. So come out for some barbecue. Coach Jordan will be there along with some football players. He'll give a little preview of the upcoming season. And then also we present the megaphones to the bellboys. So that is Wednesday, August 4th. Yes, sir, Mark.
Thank you, Mr. President. A couple other announcements related to Family Compass. I believe today is their lip sync battle, so what they would like y'all to do is virtual.
Of course he knows it. Surely he's singing.
Go out to the website, click through to all the teams that are competing this year, vote, and that comes with a donation. So please consider that as an activity open for today, and I think they're doing it through the weekend. Additionally, back to school, back to school, back to school. Dr. Stone coming to see us. RSD and Family Compass are both running back to school backpack drives. So if you find yourself in an excess cash position, please consider both those organizations for your backpack donations.
Thank you, sir.
I'm looking at you, Paul.
Any other announcements from the floor? All right. So this morning we've got our friends from Box 4. Just a very brief update there, and I'll let them come up and talk. we've got Mark here and his team. So box 4, he'll give the full history, but just as a very high level. Basically started and today responds to calls. He'll go through the levels of calls they respond to, but in essence, they're a support outfit for our first responders. So they've got a couple of vehicles that are loaded with Gatorade and water, AC, for the summertime. In the winter, they've got coffee and hot chocolate and hot water and basic chairs. But just to make, when they're on a call, they'll show up and help out. So this club was very fortunate a few years ago, based on the donations of several in this room, that we were in a great cash position that we could give a donation. So if you, the truck is here as well, for those that haven't seen it, I'm sure we'll go outside and take a look. But if you look at the back bedside, the Exchange Club logo is on there. So we're very proud to have partnered with this group. If you're a social media individual, I suggest you follow them, because it does give you a pretty good insight on just how much they do out there for the fire department. So the number of calls they go on and whatnot. So definitely take the time to take a look at them. Always excited to have them here. So with that, I'll turn it over to Mark, and he can come on up and tell us everything about box 4.
Let's see if I can do this without dropping anything. I like to move around, so I'm not a behind the lectern kind of guy. Thank you very much for having us. My name is Mark Duvall. I'm the president of Box 4 Fire Buffs. We are stationed right here in Lake Highlands. With me today is our vice president, Mike Hoskins, in the red shirt. His wife, Karen Hoskins, who is our secretary treasurer, and our head of our membership committee, Dale Amon. This is what I like to call our senior leadership team. The four of us, thankfully, make the majority of the calls that we have, and it's a labor of love, I can tell you, for all four of us. This is a very unique organization. Some of you have seen us here before, some of you are new. We are so grateful for the support that you gave us to help fund this new truck, the GMC Sierra that we have. Like they said, when we're done, if you'd like to see it, we'll go outside, we'll take a look, we'll pull everything out for you and let you look around. And we are very, very grateful, because it makes such a huge difference in our calls that we make. So I'll go through the presentation real quick. This is kind of an overview of everything that we do. We were founded in 1963. We are a 501c3 nonprofit. So we are our own separate organization, but we are affiliated with the fire department. Also, our main benefactor is the Salvation Army, so you'll see those logos on the truck. And what that means is the Salvation Army owns those vehicles, which helps us with insurance, registrations, things like that. It's easier for them to do that. It would be almost cost prohibitive for us to be able to do that, so we're very thankful that they can do that for us. And we offer rehab services to the city of Dallas, all the public safety departments, police, fire, streets, if they're out there at a scene. We'll help out Atmos, we'll help out Encore if they need it. We've also been doing quite a few runs lately with like the FBI. They have called us up and said, we need your help. We're out on an extended operation, we need your assistance. We have about 33 active members. We serve all over the area again. Could be Irving, could be Garland, Richardson. But I will say that a large majority of our calls are in the Lake Highlands District 10 area because of the large number of apartments that we have here. Councilman Magoo will tell you anytime that we have more apartments in District 10 than anywhere else in the city. And because of that, we have more large multi-alarm fires. We have a diverse membership. It includes retired firefighters, retired police officer, insurance executives, other occupations. Pretty much everybody is either retired or they have another full-time job. For example, I'm an operations and safety manager for an over-the-road trucking company. We all have other things that we're doing outside of this, but we do volunteer our time 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Each member is notified via an app called Active 911. We get that information from the dispatch office located in the basement of City Hall. We are automatically dispatched on all second alarm and greater fires in the city of Dallas. That comes automatically. As soon as they hit that button to dispatch that second alarm, we automatically get that. We also respond to any inclement weather fires, such as right now, it's over 100 degrees outside. So if we get a good working structure fire anywhere in the city, we're going to go. Same thing. In February, when we had the big snow and ice storm, we actually answered 18 structure fires that week. So that was a little fun driving the Challenger back and forth to the station. I knew where all the stoplights. I couldn't stop at any of them. I just had to keep rolling right through it. So they're like, I'm coming. So, and then we had to take the trucks, and you've got to get to the fire. So Mike usually drives 897 to pick up. I kept having to get on the radio and say, Mike, you got to slow down. I don't have four-wheel drive. Not this big truck. We also respond to other emergencies when requested. SWAT call-outs. We've been to plane crashes. We've been to train derailments. We've been to tanker crashes, anything like that. We are in a very good position with the Chief Artist, and he has told us that we've been doing this so long, Mike and I have been doing this in box board long enough, that we know what the crews need. He says, just go. If you think you guys need to go, just go. And we'll figure it out. If something happens later on, we'll figure it out. But let's just go and take care of them. Also, like I said, and I mentioned, we've been doing more incidents with the FBI. I think some of you may have seen that a few weeks ago, back in June. There was a very large FBI operation here with about 500 agents, where they were taking down a couple of drug gangs. They called us up the day before and said, hey, this is very confidential, it's top secret, you cannot tell anybody, but we need you out there because we're about to do this big operation and we need some help. So we're more than happy to show up. If they call us, we're going to go. We also respond with the Urban Search and Rescue Team whenever they are activated. For example, the crane collapse back in 2019. That was one where they had not quite gotten to calling us yet because they were so busy. And that's what happens, is they get very busy when they get there, and sometimes their hands are full trying to deal with the situation. And so we just process that, hey, we need to go to take care of them, and that's what we do. We also assist the Firefighters Auxiliary Association. They have their annual Easter egg hunt at the drill tower. That's for all the children of all the firefighters. We attend Family Day, where the families of the recruits can come out and the firefighters that are graduating from the academy can showcase everything that they have learned and what they're about to do out in the field. And a cute picture of all the kids. That is a lot of fun doing the Easter egg hunt. We haven't been able to do it for the last 2 years, so I'm hoping next year we can do that again. Family Day is always a lot of fun. They used to have it at night, but they've changed it to Saturdays during the day, which has been a good change. We have a lot more families out there. It's kind of a big event. So we provide services to the Citizens Fire Academy graduates and also to new city council members when they have their orientation period with the fire department, so that they can teach the new council members all the scenarios that the fire department goes through. It's a good learning experience for the council members. So 896 and 897 are both located at Station 28, which is 8701 Greenville Avenue, right at Greenville and Royal. When we're notified by the alarm office, one of the closest people will go to the station. Typically that is me, because I live in Town Creek, so I'm very close to the station. During these kind of very cold times or very hot times, Mike is keeping 897 at his house, just because it's a little bit easier for him to get out, get to where he needs to go. It's a little faster response, and it also looks cool sitting in his driveway. And then everyone else responds to the location in their personal vehicle. So 896, which is the large truck, it's our primary vehicle. It is a 2018 Freightliner NT55, custom built by LDV in Burlington, Wisconsin. If anybody has some spare change laying around and wants to buy their own, they only run about $335,000. So it's they're a little pricey to build, but they're all custom built.
Not bad.
So we have about 1,000 bottles of water and Gatorade on board in a glass front cooler. That's always at 34 degrees because it stays plugged in the station. We also carry hand warmers, gloves, dry socks, t-shirts, just about anything that we can think of that the firefighters need or that they might request that they want. We also have a cooling shower. We have rescue wipes. Rescue wipes are designed to take the carcinogens off their faces, hands, things like that. We keep those. We get those from the shop. Cold towels, chairs to relax in, all those kind of things. So we'll set up a rehab area for them, a place that's controlled because they have to be medically monitored while they're there. That is required by the National Fire Prevention Association or Administration. They have to be medically monitored. So we have coffee and hot chocolate. We have a secret hot chocolate recipe. If you come out to a fire in the wintertime, you will probably beg to have that recipe. There's only one or two people who know that recipe. One of them's Karen, and she will not tell. We have snacks, crackers, granola bars, Little Debbie's, which are their favorites, the oatmeal pies. Those are awesome. We also carry now Pop-Tarts. So about 2 years ago, we had a rookie fireman. This kid was so young, he made me feel older. And I wondered if he'd started shaving yet. That's how young he was. He came up and saw that we had started carrying Pop-Tarts, and he asked, kind of a sad look on his face, do you guys have a toaster? No, we don't, but the next time I see you, we will. Next time I saw him, we had a toaster. And so now they heat those Pop-Tarts up and they put them back in the little foil pack and they stick them in their pockets. They love that. We also get early morning fires, we'll get donuts. At night, we'll get burgers and pizza if they're going to miss dinner at the station. We don't want them to go without their meals. We carry about 40 chairs. We clean those every month. Best we can. We haven't recently. We got away from it because we didn't have many fires, but we need to get back to that. We use a special cleaning solution called Citrus Squeeze that actually encapsulates the carcinogens and pulls them out and washes them away. We carry misting fans in the summer and heaters for cold winter days and nights. We have a supply of bug repellent, Tylenol, ibuprofen. We carry cigarettes, chewing tobacco, dip. Again, anything that they want. And we have a bathroom on board. They need that. It's critical. It's critical. I can't tell you the number of times I pull up to a fire and the second I get there in that big truck, there's a guy standing at the window. Is the bathroom open? Give me a second, man. Give me 1 second. So a couple of pictures of some of our rehab areas, the critical facilities, and now the big truck, 897. This is the one that we are so grateful that you were able to help us out with purchasing. So it's our second out vehicle, although it pretty much goes on every run now. We have bottles of water and Gatorade and coolers in the back. We carry about 20 chairs. We have a 10 by 20 awning. So we'll have 2 awnings at fires. We also have a 10 by 10 awning that we'll put up over the command truck to get the command techs and the chiefs out of the sun or out of the rain. We carry a Keurig coffee maker for the winter months. As you can see, that was our first fire that we had during the winter storm in February that week. That was a Sunday down off of Camp Wisdom. And then it was nonstop after that. It was a lot of fun though. We had a lot of fun. We worked hard, but we had a lot of fun. So 896 vehicle donated by the Salvation Army. They handle the major repair expenses, although the shop down at Dolphin Road will take care of all preventative care. We get oil changes there and generator maintenance and things like that. We purchased 897 with your help, and then that was built by Sidney Martin, and then it was subsequently donated to the Salvation Army so they can help with the costs like insurance and things like that. And again, the fire department shop takes care of a lot of the maintenance on both of the trucks. So as I said, we are a nonprofit 501c3. We operate entirely off of donations. The chaplains annually pass the helmet amongst all the fire stations for donations. That's what we use to purchase snacks, water, Gatorade, although thankfully with the help of the Exchange Club, we have not had to purchase water in the last 2 years. So we have a ton of water and we are so grateful for it. Gatorade right now is our biggest need. So we are needing Gatorade. If anybody has a contact or knows where we can get it, that's something that we really need right now. Again, these are some of these are for the for city employees. Hopefully, we can get a payroll deduction set up through the city. And all donations are tax deductible. Anybody have any questions? Yes, sir.
Yeah, when you run into a fire, are you running code?
Yes, sir. Yes, we are authorized to run Code 3, lights and sirens, in both of the trucks. Now, people coming in their personal vehicles, we can't do that. You have to just go, follow all the traffic laws, be very safe. It can be a little scary driving lights and sirens in the city of Dallas. Actually, it can be a lot scary. I'm finding more and more with all the construction, especially around 635 and Forest and Abrams and all that area. I'm driving on the wrong side of the street more often than I care to. That's a little bit of a grip the steering wheel moment. But hey, if anybody ever wants to come do it, take a few years off your life. Yes.
Hey, Mark, on one of the slides, this is a little off of your work, but you're supporting them. What was that, citizens group or something along with the city council? It was citizens something.
So the fire department puts on a Citizens Fire Academy, and they basically put citizens to sign up through about an 8-week academy where you go on a Thursday night and you learn all about fire department operations. They teach you about, they let you drive the trucks. They, out at the academy, they teach you about SCBAs, the air packs, teach you all that stuff.
And is the end game that they go out and help like the VIP on the police side? Or what do they do ultimately?
Really, it's just an education for citizens. Ultimately, their end goal is they hope that you'll join Box 4. That's what they hope.
Okay, good.
That's what they hope for.
All right.
And we come in and we recruit. Unfortunately, though, because of COVID and things like that, they haven't been able to have a Citizens Fire Academy in the last couple of years. So hopefully they can get back to that. Yes, sir.
Does it ever happen where you're out on scene and you get another call?
It does. It's happened quite a bit, and we split up. In fact, 4th of July night, we answered 3 structure fires that night, starting about 10 o'clock. So left about 10 o'clock, went down to Peak Street. While we were there, had a 2-alarm fire come in down off of St. Augustine. So we both broke away because we were about wrapped up there. We went over there. As soon as we finished up there, heading back to the station, I pulled up at the station. We got kind of cleaned up at the station, and we got sent to a brush fire off of Manana and 35. So started about 10 o'clock in the morning, or 10 o'clock at night, and got home about 4:30 in the morning. So we made for a long night. But yeah, we will. And there have been times where we're working multiple scenes at the same time. A few years ago, we had 2 5-alarm fires in this area. We had one basically right in my neighborhood. We had a whole row of condos that were on fire. The same time, a guy that lived across the street said, "Hey, I got a good idea. I'll set my apartment on fire." So they had that fire going on, and then they had another fire start about Park in Greenville, right there around 5 Points, and that went to 5 alarms. So we had 2 5-alarm fires in the city going on at the same time. That's a little bit of a stretch. There was not much equipment left in the city.
Is this something that's unique to Dallas? Are there similar organizations in other large cities?
There are. There are organizations all over the country. We are part of an international group, the International Fire Buffs Association. They have groups in Canada. They have groups in Europe that do this. Some of them are newer. Some of them have been around for years like we have. But all of them are dedicated to that service of serving the fire department. Some of them they do it in a different way. They do it, kind of uniquely, but we all share information. We have conventions, which are a lot of fun. If you like going to fire stations and stuff like that, they're a lot of fun. But it's where we share information too. We weren't carrying the winter gloves until we talked to guys from the group in Boston that does this. So Boston obviously has a lot more cold temperatures than we do, and they told us about the gloves that they order, so we started carrying those. They're not used to the hot temperatures, so they bought misting fans and things like that which they've learned from us after coming here for a convention. So we do share a lot of information. Yes?
Hey, Mark, talk to us about some of the ways that COVID changed the way y'all had to operate, kind of going forward, how y'all operate, if any at all.
So it did and it didn't, because amazingly enough, when COVID really hit and they had, everybody staying at home and stuff like that, we had way fewer calls in the city. There were some stations, busy stations like Station 37, that's here on Greenville Avenue, kind of Greenville and Park, that big station. I'm friends with one of the captains there on one of the shifts, and he said it was the strangest thing. He says, we would come to work, and the only time we left the station was to go to the grocery store. And that's not normal. And they were but people were at home, so we weren't having fires because, if something started, people were able to put it out. That's how a lot of fires start, is people kind of get in a rush in the morning or at night, and they're rushing around and they forget to turn the stove off, or they forget to, turn the curling iron off or whatever. We didn't have that. They didn't have a lot of medical stuff because people were at home, so they had their medications, they were checking their blood sugar, they were checking their blood pressure, all that. So we didn't have a lot of runs to go to. What we did, some of the things that we changed is we would work to kind of space the chairs out in rehab, things like that. We were trying to wear masks when we were on scene, although it's hard when you're outside. But as much as we did, we spaced the chairs out and stuff, those guys just pushed them all back together. I mean, they're living together, they're in that station, they're in close quarters, and they just said, you know what, we're gonna live our lives and we're gonna do what we do. So they, for the most part, they've all been vaccinated and they're all taken care of. So it changed some, but not much.
We did tell all our members, if you have any concerns, don't come. So, we didn't push anybody to.
Yeah, we did. We told everyone that if you feel sick or you feel like you feel concerned about being exposed to something, something like that, then feel free to stay home. Normally we keep track of our runs, and we have run totals that we have to keep up with, and a number of runs that we have to make every year. It's like you guys, we're an organization that works when people show up, not when they sign up. So we need people to show up. But I said everybody has to be responsible for themselves. Everybody has to take care, do what's best for them. Now we're back to tracking runs and things like that, because I think it's important for us to do that, because we need to be there. If we don't show up, this organization doesn't work. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got 2 questions. First, what kind of training do new members get? And second, how do you set up the personnel roster? In other words, the you know, when you're on call, how do you do that?
So the second question is easier to answer. We're on call, yes, all the time. We're on call 24/7, 365. So we don't really have a, you know, this group is on call now, this group's on call now. It's pretty much everybody needs to go, and whoever's available just needs to go.
We always make sure we have a driver available.
Yeah, we always have a driver available, and all of us who drive, we coordinate, text each other, whatever, if we're going out of town, to make sure that we have enough people. Now, as far as the training, when somebody comes in and wants to join, we ask that they start coming to runs, and then when we feel like they have been coming enough, we like to see them come during the day. I like to see them come at night, you know, middle of the night, weekends, middle of the week, things like that. I always say it's easy to go to a fire at 2 in the afternoon on a Saturday. It's hard to go at 3 in the morning on a Wednesday. When you know you have to be at work the next day, you've got 4 conference calls and you can't miss any of them. So then we'll have them come through, and then they have a rookie year where we evaluate their progress and we meet with them on a regular basis. And then after that rookie year, it's up to a vote of the membership if they make it into the organization. Yes, sir.
Are they doing this, say, out in Oregon and California, where they're having the huge forest fires and work when it's so spread out over so many miles?
There are groups that do it out in Oregon and California and places like that. And again, their situation's unique, and so they work up unique protocols. A lot of times what they do is they have a set rehab area, and then they'll bring crews in to have dinner, to do their rehab and all that. So every one of their situations is different, but they do a very good job of setting up their areas and making sure that their situation works. Yes, sir.
Do you get assistance or donations or anything from like grocery stores or Costco or things for the Little Debbies and Gatorade and stuff?
We have tried that in the past and have not been successful. So if you know of anyone.
Wish I did.
Okay. I thought you were just volunteering.
No, I can stop by Tom Thumb.
We'll take that too. We'll take that too. We have had people in the past. There was a gentleman who worked at a Kroger, and he would take everything that was kind of had been, I don't know, not rejected, but might have a damaged box. He would bring it to us, but he's since moved away, so we don't have that right now. Any other questions?
Mark, can I ask one more about, at the end there, about chaplains and passing the hat among the fire station. So generally, I'm not trying to get into the specifics of your business, but your annual buying supplies to do what you do, does the lion's share of that come from one source, or how do y'all make that happen? An annual event that's your, tent pole, or what?
The bulk of the money that we get right now comes from the firefighters themselves, from them passing the helmet around, the chaplains going around and collecting money from the stations from all 3 shifts. That's where the bulk of our money comes from. I would like to see that more displaced by the community. How we do that, I don't know. We're still trying to figure that out. But part of that's the exchange club. Part of that is working hand in hand with all of you. It was great that we could participate in the parade this year, because I think more people in the community that see us, and we could talk to more people, and the kids went through the truck and could walk through and all that kind of thing. I think that's when the community starts to step up, when we're able to do those things. But yeah, the bulk of the money comes from the firefighters, and that's why we say if it's something that they want, we're going to do it because it's their money.
Sure.
All right. Well, no other questions. Thank you very much. I guess guess whenever you guys are done, we'll pull the truck out. You guys can look at it. It's, I think you're really gonna, if you haven't seen it before, I think you're really gonna be impressed. But thank you again. We really, really do. We're very grateful. We appreciate all your support.
Mark, really appreciate the update, and really thankful for what you all do for our first responders. So with that, yes, we'll do a little show and tell outside when we wrap up. So just as a reminder, next week we've got Feed Lake Highlands, and Jill Goad will be here to give us a update there. And then on once again August 4th, Wednesday night, Backcountry Barbecue. So there will be no meeting that Friday, the 6th. To just put that down too. So, any other announcements this morning I thought of? All right. So, thank you.
Sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of thy pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring.
I saw this, and I don't know if it was your Steve. Great to have you. Would you do this at the same?
In 5 minutes, it'd take me 5 hours to add it to another call. So, yeah, they had an emergency call. Extendo bag. My wife wants extendo kind.
Oh yeah, they wanted it this week. They wanted to get a room. I don't know why. Weather plan or something. It's funny what they come up with out there. When you got time and money, I guess your imagination can run wild. Yeah.
So I've heard.